Hello and welcome to B&D. Please like, comment, share, subscribe, and hit the little bell for your notifications. Meow. Hello. And I'm sitting outside. I'm really hot. Now, I've already done a video today because today I went to Logs and I decided that on the way back I would stop off. If you see the camera moving, it's on the tripod and the wind's blowing and it's shaking it a bit. And I really don't want to get your son so much into it, but so you have this is the banister rail. Okay, now what really gets me is that I'm lucky if I can have one meal a day, and I have been so good to come in well between £1.50 and £2 a day. Yep, I decided today I was just too hot and I wanted to drink, so I went into Wetherspoons at Saltcoats. I've got my corner table and I just got my hot drink. Because they've increased it, I have to drink more to make it more value for money. So I'm sitting in my corner and this couple arrives and they're talking, then their drinks arrive, then some food arrives, then some more food arrives, and then some more food arrives. And there's only two of them. And they've got like 2 chicken baskets with the chicken things, and then one of them had the fish and chips, and one of them had burger and chips, and then they had what looked like a big, it was this big, it filled one of their blue plates with what looked like garlic bread. And I'm going, wow, that's a lot of food, And I'm sitting there and I've had nothing to eat all day. And I'm looking at them and watching and going, how much they've paid for that one meal for the both of them is definitely more than what I pay for a week, if not a week and a half. And so they've finished off their chicken. She started on the burger, he started on the fish. We finished that, and then he cut one slice of the garlic bread, and I'm playing my game and I'm not really taking any notice. And then I look around and they're gone, and the garlic bread is still sitting on the plate, and it's virtually complete other than a tiny little bit that's been cut out of one part of it. And I'm going, you paid for this garlic bread and you've just left it. Why did you bother getting it in the first place? Why didn't you just get one bit first, seeing if you could manage that, and then get something else? But no, you got a whole pile of stuff, which one meant that because you got the chicken, your fish was getting cold while you were eating the chicken, and the garlic bread was getting cold when you were eating the fish and the chicken. So therefore, probably the garlic bread was a little cold. And I'm going, you couldn't just turn around and say, we've got a bit much here. Would you like some? No. And I'm going, what a waste of money. And this just doesn't happen once. Whenever I go and manage to get into Wetherspoons and have any food, and I'm leaving, there is plates with food One person ordered, I think it was a full breakfast, and all they ate was one item off it once. And I'm going, what was the point of ordering it? They buy a large breakfast and can't manage it, so they eat one or two bits off it and then leave everything else. And you go, what a waste of money and what a waste of food, and people are starving. And frankly, I'm hungry. But this couple left. The waitress came, cleared the table off, and I'm still sitting there because I'm still sitting there. And then this woman with a baby came with her mother. They sat down, they got their drink, and then the daughter got a deluxe burger and the mother got the scampi and chips. And then the baby wanted feeding. So the mother fed the baby so she wasn't eating her scampi and chips. She managed to feed the baby and then pass it on. The daughter had had half of her, well, not quite half of her food, and like probably the meat out of the burger, and whatever, she took something out of the burger and left it. But they finished, and she said, oh, well, I'm not bothering, you know. She even said that she was getting this burger because it would be more filling to have, and yes, it would be. But her mother left about half of the chips. She ate the scampi, left half of the chips. The daughter left virtually over half the bun, probably half of the burger from it, and 90% of the chips. And I'm going, another person who sat at that table, both of them have wasted food that they've paid for that costs a lot of money. And I'm sitting there going, I just don't understand why people are so greedy when others have nothing. You know, it's not like you could just turn around and say, well, actually, I only want half of this. You know, you're sitting with nothing. Would you like any? Would you like to, you know, not even offer, you know? And I'm going, this is ridiculous. You know, I watch people who just won't eat what they've got, or they'll buy a can of pop or a bottle of pop and they'll take one mouthful out and then put it to one side and leave it. And you've paid £2 for that bloody bottle of pop and yet you've just left it. It really gets on me that how stupid people are and how much money they've got when I've got bloody nothing. And I've got to make whatever meal I can, and if I don't like it, I still have to eat it. And it's just so maddening that some people are just so blind that instead of going, I'll have a small meal, no, we'll just have the bloody big one, which costs twice as much, and then I'll leave half of it anyway. And you're going, what bloody jobs have you got? How can you waste so much money? You know, I was in the supermarket and the person in front of me spent £190 on the stuff. And I'm going, yeah, that's 2.5 months of my money. And you've got it in one shopping basket. And it isn't going to even last you the week anyway. Some people just have no idea how to make any budgeting and decide on what they're going to have. My tea tonight, and I'm very hungry because it's like 20 to 6 and all I've had today is that drink. I've had nothing else. So tonight I have to have quite a big tea to make up that I am really very hungry, especially watching all of these people eat this food and waste half of it. And I'm going, so just in case you want to know what I'm having for tea, I actually have I think it's a black bean, chicken black bean thing, which I got for 99p. There's no rice with it. That's just the sauce. But yesterday, when I was out, I found a carton of the bee rice, the basalti. I can't pronounce bugger. rice, which was going cheap. So my meal is still going to come in under £1.50 for the day. And they've spent like 5 times more for a burger, and she didn't even bother eating it. So I'm going to have this, so I will have half the rice and half the thing. Have that. If I'm still hungry, then I'll have the other half of rice. And then I will have had something probably in the region of 700 grams, or I don't know what the weight of the rice is, so I'm just assuming it's going to be about that. It's 375 possibly in the black bean sauce and thing. But I'm still going to have a meal that's £1.50. I would love to go out and just pick up a meal and have whatever I wanted, no matter what the cost was. But I can't afford it. And I have to suffer and watch people just be complete and utter pigs and not think about anything. So, I like my little rant. So, you probably didn't like this video. You probably stopped watching. If you watched it to the end, just say so. But I doubted you got this far. So, bye. Thank you for watching. See you next time.